it's always good at the beginning and you're starting something new and I'm going to write this book or I'm going to do this thing. And then like it gets sticky and people are like, I need to go mow my lawn. Like I need to go do something else that I'm good at to win. You know? I want to get a win.
This is AJ Rivera with Agency Coach, here with Mike Schmidt and our guest Dave Scatchard. Dave's going to be speaking at our live event. It's at agencymastermind.live. You can get your tickets there. It's going to be March 8th, 9th, and 10th in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. Now, Dave is a former National Hockey League player. He's an Olympic Ironman finisher. He's certified business and life coach with over 12 years in personal development and 20 years in professional hockey training. He is the founder of All-Star Coaching, Dave Scatchard programs, and a creator of the Turning Pro, the Big Life programs, the one-on-one Platinum Elite coaching. He specializes in coaching for Platinum Elite athletes, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and entertainers. After retiring in 2001 due to his fifth concussion, Dave sought global expertise in coaching, healing, and personal growth, combining his athletic experience with life skills to teach and live the big life. He's also the father of 3 and has been married for 18 years. Man, Dave, you've got an awesome life that you've lived so far.
Thanks for having me. And you're right. I'm very, very blessed. And every day I'm grateful. I've had a crazy life, the highest of highs and really the lowest of lows.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously there was a bit of a gap there between the hockey career and then the Ironman and the coaching and all those different things that are going on. Maybe can you give us a little bit of background on kind of that piece of that journey and, you know, how that transition went from hockey to professional coaching?
I wrote a book about it. It's called The Comeback, My Journey Through Heaven and Hell. And in that book, I talk about this small town kid from Canada that had big dreams of making the National Hockey League, came from a tiny coal mining town. My dad was a coal miner. You know, we had not a lot of money growing up. I paid for a lot of my own hockey equipment. I worked jobs since I was a little boy. And, you know, somehow I figured out a way. I had to move away from home when I was 16 and kind of go off on my own and chase my dream. And I was lucky enough by the time I was 21 to make it to the NHL. But it came with a lot of sacrifice, and I had multiple surgeries on my feet. They didn't think I'd ever play hockey, and somehow I overcame that. And next thing you know, I'm in the NHL and I'm playing with my childhood idols, and Mark Messier is my captain. Wayne Gretzky ends up becoming my coach. You know, I'm just gone from watching these guys on TV to playing with them. And I lived a wild, crazy, beautiful life. I started having some concussion issues, and I had my 4th concussion. I thought I might have to retire. And I took almost 2 years off. And I went and worked for the National Hockey League in the Players Union. And then a doctor helped me with my head, and all of a sudden I made a comeback. And I came from not even working out for almost 2 years to back in the NHL again. And that was a battle for 2 more years. And I got smoked again with the 5th concussion, and I had a crazy near-death experience. I was unconscious for 12 minutes. I woke up in an ambulance outside the hospital, and I had bleeding in my brain. But the problem is that when I started to be able to function and move again, I could tell that there was damage to my brain. So for 3 years, I was at the Mayo Clinic 3 days a week, struggling to just live. I couldn't work. I couldn't really take care of my kids. I was pretty bad shape. I had difficulty speaking and walking, and I invested 7 figures in trying to heal alternatively. And little things started to turn on and happen for me. And it was like a miracle. And there's definitely God involved with that as well. But, you know, at a certain point, I was trying to figure out why all this bad stuff happened to me. But the message I got back from God was that he wasn't punishing me for something. I felt like I was being punished, you know, like, why is this happening to me? The spectrum that I got to experience through that highs and lows, I can relate to clients, athletes, entertainers, all these people when I'm working with them, no matter where they are on their journey, right? Some people are going for another million, another 5 million. Some people are literally trying to hang on and find some happiness and joy in their life, you know? And I feel like I can meet them where they're at and understand what that vibration, what that feels like to be in that spot, and then maybe share with them, hey, these are some things that help me get out of that and get to the next level. And And ultimately, like, that kind of what brings us full circle is when you and I were talking about doing this, you said, what would you like to talk about? And I said, well, I feel like a lot of people are pro in some areas of their life and amateur in other areas of their life. And I said, man, like, my goal is to help everyone become pro in work, in life, in their relationship, in their health, in their happiness, and, you know, even their spirituality or connection, whatever you believe in, but to have that purpose that lights you up and lets you get up early every morning and go crank and work. And it's not even like work because you're so full. You know, it just brings us full circle. And I believe now it's not really about me, Dave Scatchard, at this point. I feel like I got a second chance at life, and now I want to share my experiences and help people. You know, that's what I love to do.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, I think a lot of people can relate to the idea of being pro in one area and amateur in others. I know that a lot of the agencies in our communities that, you know, a lot of us get into this business because we are pro at something very specific, right? But when we find out, when we get into business, there's a lot of different areas that we have to improve. And many of those things are outside of our comfort zones. So what do you see as being the similarities in professional sports that carry over to the business realm that you see come up most often for the businesses that you work with?
If you don't have the right mindset, like, you don't believe that you can do it, like, secretly, you're probably not going to make it, because when it gets sticky, it's always good at the beginning and you're starting something new and I'm going to write this book or I'm going to do this thing. And then, like, it gets sticky and people are like, I need to go mow my lawn. Like, I need to go do something else that I'm good at to win. You know? I want to get a win. And the people that I see make it, whether it's making the NHL, whether it's making another professional sport or college team, or whether it's having the business get the breakthrough that they need, there's like a sense of commitment that sometimes happens with people where they're like, look, man, I got to make this happen. Like, I don't care what it takes. I don't care if I have to beat my head against the wall 10,000 times till I figure this out. Like, I'm in. Like, I'm in it for the long haul. I don't care if it takes 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 1 month. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to hire the people. I'm going to literally do the research or learn the things that I don't know that are missing in my life that are holding me back from getting to that next level. And those people make it, because they're not going to be stopped. And I have this funny demonstration I do this thing called the champions map. It's these different levels, right? But a lot of people go up from existing and they start climbing the champions ladder, trying to get to the next level, and they get pounded down, right? And then they try and get pounded down, and they're like, man, I don't know, maybe I'm not supposed to do this. These are signs I'm not supposed to do it. And they go a different direction. I believe if you totally commit and say, I'm all in, I'll do whatever it takes, like, let's go, something magical happens where those doors almost open up for you, and those things that were holding you back end up going back and stopping Sally and Joe and Frank, because they're not all in. They can be stopped. They can be divided. But the ones that are all in, that's a waste of energy for that to try to stop, because it's going to make it eventually. So it almost like lets you pass. Okay, one got through, but we'll go stop 800 other people. You know what I mean? And it's like this mentality that happens where you're just like so convicted and you just won't be stopped. And it's like, you can feel it in certain people. Like, I know if a client's going to be successful after my first meeting with them. Like, they're like, dude, I don't care. Like, tell me what to do. Tell me what wall to run through, and I'll do it, because I know that there's something that I'm missing and I have a blind spot. I can't quite see it. I don't know what it is, but if you can point me in the right direction, I'll do whatever you say. And those ones, they win every time. And the ones that go, oh, it'd be great. I'd love to. I hope I can do it. It would be so nice. Like, that's not enough juice, man. I'm sorry, but, you know, here's another great reminder for people out there that I think would be something that anybody could take home. And I learned this from Donnie Epstein, one of my mentors, but he said, if something is not working in your life, whether it's your weight or your health or your job or your relationship, whatever it is, if something is not working in your life, there's not enough energy being focused on it or directed at it, or the right quality of energy. And think about it. It's so true. If I said to you, okay, your house and your kids and your family are all in that house is going to burn down in a month if you don't sell X amount of whatever product. You'll freaking do it, because you're not going to let anything happen to your family, right? We'll find a way. But sometimes we don't fight for ourselves the way that we'll fight for other people or a family, or I don't want to let them down. Well, some of us gotta, like, it's not being selfish. Some of us have to bring some energy back into our lives and say, okay, if I'm full and I'm overflowing with energy and abundance, that's going to carry into my clients, into my friends, into my family. It's going to make everyone else better. So I like everybody to load themselves up and get themselves directed in the right thing. And it's almost like, your air mask on the plane. You can't help anybody if you're unconscious and you're trying to put everybody else's masks on and there's no oxygen. You need to put your own oxygen mask on first and then go help everybody else. So it's kind of, we feel as society now, it's selfish if you do something for yourself. And I don't know where that came from. Do you guys find that in your coaching? Like, you must.
100%. I can find that on myself a lot. Like, sometimes I'm willing to not let somebody else down, and I'll do something because of them. But like, when it comes to like me being the person that's going to suffer as a result of it, I'll let it slide, right? Or I'll just like not focus on it and just push it off. So I think that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's because you're a selfless person. You guys are both lovely, giving, amazing humans, but sometimes there's times when you need to take the time for yourself. Like, when was the last time you had a vacation? When was the last time you got a massage? When was the last time you took care of yourself? Even if it's like a 20-minute meditation, like, a lot of us are running so fast that we don't get a chance to load ourselves up and then go do our thing.
And I think, sometimes people need to be reminded to take care of themselves, and furthermore, that it's okay to do so, right? Like, we're given this one vehicle to traverse this, this life, and it's easy to use it as a sacrifice for other people, but it's not designed to work without you taking care of it as well. And so I think that's one of the reasons I'm most excited about having you come and share your story with us and our community. And it's going to be an amazing time. And I'm just grateful for your experience. And I know that you're going to impact a lot of folks when you come and see us in March.
Oh man, I'm so excited, and I'm honored that you would trust me with your group, and I promise to deliver the goods. And if there's anything you guys need or they need or any questions they have, bring them to me and I'll make sure that we handle them.
That is so awesome, Dave. I know every time that I talk to you, I get super pumped up. I get super excited. I walk away on fire and full of a ton of motivation.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. I can't wait to see everybody. Go get your tickets and we're going to have a blast.
And Dave, one more time, give us the name of the book so that way we can all check it out before we see you.
So yeah, my book's called The Comeback, My Journey Through Heaven and Hell. And, we were blessed to become a bestseller right away on Amazon coming out of the gate. And it's really cool. I give these to my clients. I give these to some of the hockey teams that I coach and things like that. And everyone gets something different out of it. So it's not just a hockey book. You don't have to be a hockey fan to get a lot out of this, but the feedback's been incredible. So I'm grateful it's out there, and I'm actually starting to write a second book now. So very excited.
Well, Dave, congrats to all your successes. Definitely, guys, check out the book, and we'll see you at Agency Mastermind Live.